The Vanishing Train. It was a misty evening when the last train of the day prepared to leave Hollow Creek Station. The station was nearly empty, except for a few weary passengers clutching their tickets. The train, old yet majestic, gave a deep whistle before rolling onto the tracks. A hush fell over the platform, as if the entire world was holding its breath. Among the passengers was Clara, a young journalist chasing a rumor that had haunted the town for decades, the vanishing train. According to local legend, once every 20 years, a train departed Hollow Creek and was never seen again. No wreckage, no survivors, no explanation. It simply disappeared into the night. Clara boarded the train with determination. Inside, she noticed something strange. The passengers didn't speak, their faces pale and distant, as though they weren't entirely alive. The air was heavy with silence, broken only by the rhythmic clatter of the wheels. She tried to start a conversation with an old man sitting across from her, but he only smiled faintly and whispered, "We are already gone." As the train crossed the bridge over the dark river, the fog thickened. Clara pressed her face against the window, but the outside world was fading, swallowed by the mist. The lights inside the train flickered, and suddenly, the stars above vanished as though the sky itself had been erased. The train was no longer moving through the countryside. Instead, it glided through a black void, endless and silent. The passengers' figures began to blur, their outlines dissolving into shadows. Clara clutched her notebook, heart pounding, realizing she was documenting something no one had ever lived to tell. Gathering courage, she moved toward the front of the train, searching for the conductor. The engine room door creaked open, but instead of machinery, she found a cavern of swirling darkness. A voice echoed from within. "Every journey has its destination. Yours is to remember what others forget." Clara stumbled back, but the voice followed her. The train shook violently, then grew still. In an instant, the passengers vanished completely, their seats empty. The world outside began to take form again, a barren, forgotten station with no name, lit by a single, flickering lamp. When Clara stepped off, the train gave one last mournful whistle and disappeared into the shadows, leaving only silence behind. She looked at her notebook. The words she had written were fading, letters melting into blank pages. Only one line remained, etched as if burned into the paper.